host and founder of the Psychic News Network. I'm infused with rays of light. I don't know why it's so streaky. What's going on? Let me just adjust a few things. And we'll get started. I told you I was going to change things around a little bit. So, can't really see my fireplace. Hang on. Let me do it this way. How's that? It looks a little, it's kind of colorful. What's up? Merry almost Christmas. Good to see you all. I'm glad that you're here. It's been quite a year. It most certainly has. And I'm not really watching the news, so I don't really know what to tell you about all that. I'm just going to tune into the airwaves and see what we need to talk about. But I thought maybe we could do a kind of a free-for-all tonight. So if you want to ask some questions, you know, like, let's make it kind of a free-for-all. If you want to ask some questions, then you can ask questions. Oh, you're in Nashville? Yay! Hi! Do I know you? Psychics are your news. I did write a Substack today, so you might want to check that out. Do I have my phone handy? I don't have my phone handy, but it's there. So look for Annette Dion on Substack. But I'm serious. I just kind of figured, let's just hang out. Ginger will divorce Hazmat. I mean, we can look at those kinds of things too, but I don't want to work too hard. Let's have a bell. When we last left our story, well, you know, we've been talking about Trump, we've been talking about Elon. What's happening is Elon wants to be king of the world. You come regularly, probably familiar from there, from Nashville. I moved back to Massachusetts in 2002, so it was quite some time ago. I love Nashville. Oh, I do have my phone, hang on. Elon is trying to be king of the world. My rant and my Substack, I do have my phone here. My rant was about that, and it looks like this from today. Once again, I get up in the wee hours of the morning. It's how not to ruin your holidays, but a coup is now happening. So basically, Elon is holding the shots, and that's what that's about. And if you have trouble finding the Substack, I will post the link in my description. Elon wants to be king of the world. I mean, he's a little off. You know what I mean? And there's that. Okay. I think I'm going to make cookies tonight. What are you guys doing? Are you doing any baking? Are you doing any cooking? I thought maybe I could see better if I brought myself closer, but I really can't see very well. You made pies? Good for you. So I will start with Trump. I don't know why I can't really see. Have I heard of Project Blue? Tell me a little bit more about Project Blue, and then I'll let you know. Somebody put blueberry pie. Is that what it is? We're going to pull 3 cards on the orange monster. We'll make candied walnuts tonight. Good for you. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the sugar cookies going tonight. At least get them baked and then take them to relatives' houses and have them ice them. Blueberry pie. I love blueberry pie. It's more of a summer thing. Happy holidays to you. I won't be doing a PNN on Christmas night, just so you know. Okay, 3 red velvet cake. Oh, yummy, 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 yummy. 3 cards about Trump. The 8 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, Trump has kind of missed the boat. The orange monster has kind of missed the boat. This is what's coming. The 4 of Cups is the orange monster had many opportunities to do better, but he never took them. The 8 of Swords is he's getting more and more and more restricted. And I feel like the closer it gets to January and the more that Elon is taking the reins, the more the orange monster feels like he's losing control. He feels like he's losing control anyway because he's losing his cognitive function, which we've talked about this on this channel before. When that starts to happen to somebody, it's a very scary thing, and it's a very strong feeling of I'm losing control of everything. Which would be the case if you were losing anything, like if you were losing your hearing or your eyesight or your sense of smell, or, so if somebody's losing their cognitive function, they're going to feel like things are really out of control, and it's kind of like a trap. They kind of feel trapped. If you can imagine like going deaf, you kind of feel like, oh my gosh, I'm trapped in this world where I can't hear, right? And the Queen of Cups, I'm picking up really strong energy around the orange monster. That this is interesting because I've not picked up on this before. We know that Kamala won, but he also knows that Kamala won. Yeah, the 25th Amendment would be put in place. But you know what else we need to read on tonight? We need to read on JD. Yeah, he has so many health issues. Trump has so many health issues. So he really does feel like he's imprisoned in his own body. And the 4 of Cups is like, well, he had opportunities to not do all these crimes, but he did. And he didn't get the right way. He didn't get the right way out of his conundrums that he created for himself, Trump. And the Queen of Cups indicates to me that he knows Kamala won. He's really aware that Kamala won. So that's rather interesting, because I hadn't really picked that up before. Not that it wasn't there, but I haven't really picked up, like looking at a card and going, oh, Kamala is on Trump's mind. And that's what it is, that she won is on his mind. Now let's ask the pendulum. Did Trump know all along that Kamala was going to find out? Yeah, Hello, Damon. You guess incontinence doesn't scare the orange monster. It does not. All along, from the very start, Trump knew that Kamala won. Before November 5th ever happened, Trump knew that Kamala had it in the bag. And it's coming through really strongly right now that he's now in a place of thinking about Kamala a lot and wondering if he's going to get away with these hijinks, these shenanigans, these nefarious deeds. Very strong yes there. I actually am picking up from that Trump knows that they're on to him and he's going to get busted for stealing the election from Kamala. And he's finding out that he's very vulnerable in terms of being caught. He knows he didn't. Remember on Friday we were talking about Rosie Ruiz, who I guess it was 1980. People were pointing out that Rosie Ruiz stole the Boston Marathon. They found out later, and that poor woman, she didn't have her moment. So what I'm going to do is, before we go further, I'm going to pull a moon card. All right. A moon card for today. How's the weather where you all are? It's been below 30 degrees here the past 2 days. Like yesterday, way below. So it's been hard to get outside. I like to walk outside, but when it's 30, when it's below 30, I don't really get out there. Yeah, it's very, very cold. The moon card. Conclusions are within reach. This is a moon card. Conclusions are within reach. And it does say, this moon card says full moon eclipse, and I think what that's kind of pointing to is, remember, like we had shows with Kathy Beale in the past where she talked about the eclipses that were hitting Trump really in a big way, where he would not get away with stuff. And this moon card tonight says conclusions are within reach. So it's right around the corner. It's right around the corner that we're going to find out what they know about this huge crime. Huge crime that Elon and Trump conspired together with Putin. No snow this year, Kalani, in Oregon, just rain. Yeah, that's usually the case, but we did get a little snow, and I actually heard that we might get some snow on Christmas. Yes! We might get snow on Christmas. Let's ask. Will we get snow on Christmas in Massachusetts? I have a yes on that. Santa will be able to come. Yes, the colors of the moon in that card kind of match the lights. I really don't know why it's so streaky, but it's kind of fun. Kind of like extra decorations with all the streaks. Thank you. You like my decorations? I do my best. It's the first year in a long time that I've had a place where I could get a Christmas tree. So, progress. We're going to look at where's JD? All right, and just know I'm going to ask you to put up your questions there tonight, but if I ignore your question, it's because I'm not feeling the vibe to read on that. So I reserve the right to not answer your question if I don't feel the vibe. Just got to feel the vibe. All right, but just because it's right before Christmas and we're all kind of loosey-goosey. John Fetterman was getting death threats. He was getting death threats that they would come after his family. That's what's going on there. It's clear as a bell to me. Clear as a bell to me. And that's the case for a lot of people that you go, wow, what happened to them? It's across the board. That is the case for a lot of people. When you suddenly see them go, and that's a psychic impression. When you suddenly see them go from rah democracy to, oh no, we like Trump. That's what that is. It's very scary, Sandy. I think that's one of the most frightening things that I see happen is, and I always compare it to that old movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And yeah, it's like that. And it's so scary because we know that that's how fascist regimes take over. By threatening people. I'm surprised that people in general in America didn't start catching on when there were people in America that were having a problem with you if you were for democracy. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about JD. Because has anybody seen JD since the election? Think about it. I mean, I know I haven't been watching the news. I catch headlines here and there, and I catch whatever comes in to my psyche, to my psychic impression world. But hello, Gigi. Has anybody heard from JD? Or I'm not on social media like what he might be on, but yeah. And so I have this sense about JD that he's got pushed to the side, and I actually pick up quite a bit of racism. Let's ask this: did Elon kick JD out? Did Elon give the word that JD is not to be vice president? I have a yes on that. I have a yes on that. JD's in the closet putting on his eyeliner. He needs to share the brand name. I need some tips. I know, me too. I wonder if he does his eyeliner, or if he has permanent eyeliner on. That's a good question. Let's ask. Does JD have permanent eyeliner? No, it's not permanent. I guess he applies it. I actually am picking up. Let's pick 3 cards about. First, we're going to pick 3 cards about whether it is. Oh, is that what they do? They tattoo. They tattoo eyeliner on. That makes sense. That seems painful. Hey, Miss Orchid's Garden. I'm pulling 3 cards about a specific topic about JD, and it's just like, we know that Elon Musk is a racist, and we know that JD is married to a woman of Indian origin and has mixed race kids. So I'm going to pull 3 cards about that. Like, was it that? Please hit the thumbs up, and thank you for hitting the thumbs up. When we get past 200, we will do a group hug. The question is, will JD switch now he pushed aside? What do you mean? Snitch. Sorry, I can't see. Well, he snitched. I thought he said switch, and then I'm thinking, is he going to switch to being a woman? Or... Sorry. You don't think JD is aware that Elon is a racist? Is that what you mean? Or are you responding to some other thing we were talking about JD? What I'm asking is this. This is a question. Is JD being pushed aside because he's married to a woman of a different race and has biracial children? And I have the Hermit card, and that would be a yes. Elon is extremely racist. He's, according to what I heard little snippets of in the news, is Elon Musk aligns himself with pro-Nazi groups in Germany. Do I believe that there might be some people within the Orange Guys camp that may be looking at the tarot readers to see what you guys talk about? No, I don't. I mean, like, I'm not really, like, people within the Orange Guys camp that maybe, there are tarot readers that are all Trumpy fans. I don't really pick that up. They're not coming to my channel. Put it that way. So JD, yes, yeah, the Hermit card is coming up. He's been isolated. He's been nudged out. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. We're past 200 in attendance, and when we get 100 thumbs up, we'll do a group hug. The Page of Cups. He actually got the word. I feel like JD actually got the word that he's done. He's finished. I mean, there's so many odd things that are happening that it's like. Think about it. How many odd things are happening that our questions aren't getting answered? And that's kind of what I wrote about in my Substack today. Yeah, it's very clear to me that JD has been pushed out. I mean, and two, when you think about what's Elon doing in our government, right? It's like there's so many things going on that we're just like, what? We have enough people hit the thumbs up, and there are enough people in the chat. We have a 200 number quota. We're going to do a group hug. Thank you, Warren, for putting my information up. If you want to send me a Christmas gift, I'm right here. Thank you. All right. Let's do a group hug on America coming back. Let's do a group hug on democracy strengthening, and let's conclude in our... I know, who elected Elon, right? It's really bizarre. We have a lot of questions to be asking, that's for sure. We'll get into it a little bit more in a bit. Let's do a group hug with our intention, our thoughts and our intentions on America being healed. And also to send out healing vibrations to everybody who's struggling. I mean, we thought this Christmas, we had hoped, looking into the new year, that we'd have a female president. I haven't let go of that. All right? And also, anyone who's struggling, let's send them lots of positive vibes. Okay, ready? Group hug. 1, 2, 3. America heals our democracy. We come together in community. And all the people who are really struggling right now, let's send them a lot of love. It's a scary time that we're in. All right, excellent. So, pray he's not sworn in every day, every day. Elon is too toxic even for MAGA. Yeah, it's just when you think it can't get worse, it gets worse. Oh, Thomas is here with a dad joke. If April showers bring Mayflowers, what do Mayflowers bring? Pilgrims. But bum. The next cards that I'm going to pull about JD are about him. What's next for him? Now that he's been ousted. And we just don't know anything. That's why people come to the psychics. All right, let's see. What's he going to be up to now that maybe he will snitch? I don't pick that up. But I did, you know who I picked up snitching? We'll read on this too. You know who I picked up on snitching? Kimberly Gargoyle. We'll read on that. We'll read on that. What's JD doing now? Oh man, JD's next step. What JD is attempting to do is extricate himself from Putin. No, I can't blame her. Holiday dad joke. What do elves learn in school? The alphabet. I'm still reading on JD. Like, what happens to him next? He's trying to extricate himself from the Kremlin. These are my psychic impressions. That's why you come here. I have Vlad Dracula. What JD is doing next, it appears that he's been really stabbed in the heart, metaphorically speaking. Really stabbed in the heart, metaphorically speaking. I feel like, thank you for your donation, appreciate it. He's right, yeah. He's trying to figure out of what he's done. JD, what he's participated in. What JD, like what he's been a part of. He's pretty tormented. I don't see JD having a very Merry Christmas at all. And once you're in, you'll always be in. Putin would often, that's an interesting insight there. That's an interesting, I hadn't really thought of that because I'm picking, it makes sense with what I'm picking up. Because I feel like JD is trying to figure out how to extricate himself, like just how to get rid of all the I've talked about it many times, all the ties that bind him to the Kremlin. The Three of Swords is he's deeply wounded. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I've been keeping you sane. It's not been an easy job. But the love makes it all worth it. The Three of Wands. Yep. I actually pick up that JD is talking to people who might be able to help him to be out of harm's way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you donate $2.79? Thank you. It's just an odd number. Holiday dad joke. I asked my wife what she wanted for Christmas. She told me nothing would make her happier than a diamond necklace, so I bought her nothing. That's great. Okay. Let's read. There you all are. Did Jamie leave? Where'd Jamie go? I thought Jamie was leaving. It's okay, you can leave if you have to go. You have to make cookies too. Let's read on Elon. Thank you for thanking people for donating, for the donations. We're gonna, okay, all right, we'll do Kimberly Gargoyle next. All right, we'll do that next. And then we'll do Elon. Now, I'm actually gonna switch decks because Gargoyle is out of the Trump family. So we're gonna use the Witch's deck. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. We're gonna use the Witch's Tarot. The Witch's Tarot. And I'm going to take a look at what's going to happen for Kimberly. I've been calling her Gargoyle for so long. I forgot her. Is it Guilfoyle? It's just like Marjorie Green. I mean, I've been calling Marjorie Trader Green for so long. Sometimes I forget it's Taylor, right? Marjorie Taylor. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, can you believe what Don Jr. did to Kimberly? I don't have any sympathy. When I think of Kimberly Gargoyle, I have images of her. Well, first of all, going, the best is yet to come at one of the rallies when he in 2020, and I just remember her dancing under that tent while people were being attacked and bludgeoned on January 6th. So, your hubby called her trout mouth? Hadn't heard that one before. So we're going to read on her. We're going to ask her, speaking of trout mouth, do you know that there's a talking fish, Trump fish head? Like you stick it in. Remember the talking bass a long time ago? Well, they kind of recreated a talking Trump head fish that you mount on the wall, and it says things. I know that image is awful of Kimberly, isn't it? And also, I don't know if I took a screenshot, but God's honest truth, you can buy Christmas ornaments. Remember I showed you the ornaments? I'm pretty sure I didn't screenshot it, but it might pop up. Remember I showed you the ornaments of Trump? If it pops up, I'll show it to you. But I actually, you don't want to see it anyway. It's an ornament of Donald Trump, a Christmas ornament to hang on your tree with Elon Musk. They're effing crazy, that's for sure, Michelle. And that's when you think about having for sale an ornament with Trump and Elon together. You can't even believe, it's just like I was saying earlier, it's like, we can't even believe, how is this all happening? Because why would you want to put them on your tree? They're trying to get people to there. That's an attempt to normalize what's going on here for the really dumb people. And it's not necessarily dumb as much as not interested in being informed, which is dumb. Anyway, Kimberly. Okay, yeah, she definitely felt like things were stolen from her. Kimberly Garfoyle. Am I saying that right? Oh, is she upset? She's very upset with Don Jr. Very upset. What he did to her was awful. Oh, I think she's gonna do. And it's like putting Satan on your Christmas tree, right? An ornament with Trump. I'll find it. I'll show it to you next time. Or I'll post it on my community page. It's unbelievable. It's just trying to normalize Elon Musk. Anyway, it's bad enough they try to normalize Trump. This is Kimberly. This is a card of having something stolen from her, and she is angry about Don Jr. leaving her for a younger bimbo. And yeah, she's gonna say, look at that, kind of looks like her a little bit. This woman's prettier, but oh yeah, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. She's planning on it. And actually, she's got lots of allies to her commitment to doing something. Is she going to take revenge on Don Jr.? Maybe I need a more specific question. Is Kimberly plotting revenge against Don Jr.? Yeah, she's plotting revenge. Oh, was it one of her best friends that he cheated on her with? How did she ever choose a loser like Don Jr.? It was all about the money that she thought he had. Fox fired her for sexual harassment? Are you laughing? I'm confused. Did I get the metal guitar pick? You sent me a metal guitar pick? I did not. I haven't gone to the P.O. box yet. Well, thanks for the metal guitar pick. Appreciate it. Yeah, well, I know you don't think that Don Jr. has money, but you come on, let's look. The whole Trump family doesn't really have any money. It's just all like stolen. That's what swayed her. Well, she signed an NDE, and that's why I was getting the pendulum didn't move for a little bit, but she's definitely thinking, she's definitely planning it. Will Kimberly be able to take revenge? Will she be able to? Yep. I actually feel like somebody's gonna give her cover. I don't really think that it's gonna be that Kimberly publicly, I think she's gonna do this undercover. I think she's going to snitch undercover because of that NDA. And you know, I've been talking a lot about Jessica Denson, and you know that Jessica Denson won her case against Trump because she used to be in the cult. And she won the case. I should have to go back and listen to what she said about that a while back. That she was able to do something about those NDA, agreements that Trump makes people sign, which is just awful. It's like, well, we're gonna hold you hostage, okay? Is Kimberly gonna do this like secretly? Yeah, I'm picking up yes. She's gonna secretly snitch. I'm picking up that she wants to take Don Jr. down and no uncertain terms. I think I'm picking up whistleblower, but a whistleblower would be. Oh, actually, you could be a whistleblower undercover, right? Is that what? Yes, very strong undercover whistleblower. Oh yeah, very strong. So if you're just joining us, the question is about Kimberly. Gargoyle. I'm trying to feel sorry for her. I'm like doing a little soul searching. Don't you feel sorry for her? Actually, no. They protect whistleblowers. Yeah, I just kind of have the sense that we're not going to know that she did this. Yeah, Jessica Denson won. She sued them and she won her NDA fight with Dumpy, right? Well, I have the cards in hand. She could have stayed with Gavin Newsom. I don't pick that up. I don't feel like they were compatible. But I do get a sense that she really changed too. You know, an obsession with money can really destroy someone. Yeah, there's no feel sorry for Kimberly. All right, so let's do this. Let's pick 3 cards about what the status is right now of Kamala. Like, what's on Kamala's mind? What's the status? All right, these cards are getting stuck. Kamala's working really hard at the next steps. She's kind of in limbo. This is a time of limbo right now. There are things happening behind the scenes. Kamala's working really hard at what she needs to be doing right now. There's a bit of like not really certain how things will go. 6 of Cups. I've been picking up for months and months now that there's something coming up about January 6th that that's not been revealed yet. Holiday dad joke. What kind of motorcycle does Santa ride? A Harley Davidson. I should have been able to guess that punchline. Yeah. I see Kamala working really hard, being in this place of limbo that's not easy, this in between, and the 6 of Cups. I keep on picking up that there's going to be some kind of a revelation about January 6th. I always say that I feel like the Kremlin was involved in that. Was the Kremlin involved in January 6th? I get a really strong yes. I remember the Jack Smith's report. We haven't seen it yet, unless I missed the news. You're supposed to open the gates of hell tomorrow? What do you mean, Marilyn? Marilyn's saying the Pope is going to open the gates of hell tomorrow. What does that mean? I'm not interpreting that. It's okay if you showed up late. We're all still here. We're having kind of a holiday vibe party. We need legal reform for sure. I mean, we need legal. See what just so you know, what I'm picking up here. Yeah, definitely we need legal reform. Okay, but also know that the Kremlin has been meddling and death threats have been very plentiful. So that's part of what's going on here. Yeah, I feel like let's read a little bit more on that because it just keeps coming up about January 6th, that report. Right? That feels more international. What Jack Smith has worked on, to me, feels more like it's got international strings all over it. I mean, I've always seen layers and layers and, big cords and strings, that are attached, threads that are attached to our enemies. They said it was supposed to be 3 days of darkness starting tomorrow. Marilyn, that's a bunch of hooey. The tomb of Lucifer, rumored to be opened by Pope Francis. Not sure this is... Lucifer isn't like Lucifer didn't walk the earth like Christ. Make me feel like you all aren't believing all this stuff unless you are. Yeah, it's a spider web. Are you really going around believing we're going to have 3 days of darkness and the Pope is going to dig up Lucifer's tomb? Say it isn't so, or I'll be worried. Leon's security clearance was finally pulled. Today? All right, wait, I forgot what I was pulling cards about. See, I got distracted by that craziness. Come on, you guys. I really remember when I was quite young, I might have been in like 3rd grade, and you know, people were saying things like, the world is gonna end tomorrow, right? And I would get all scared. And then as I grew up, I realized that people make shit up all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna put, yeah, the Catholic Church was doing that then too, when I was a kid. Distributed brochures about 3 days of darkness. I'm not reading on that. Lucifer was not a human. Are you just messing with me? Probably. Yeah. The gates of hell. Well, maybe it was a joke. We are going to read on Matt Gates just a little bit. 3 cards about the January 6th documents that Jack Smith, I don't know when they're supposed to be revealed. All right, here we go. Here it is, January 6th. It's been a long road to hoe, the whole report on January 6th, but a lot of people had a lot of sleepless nights, but I have the sun. It will be revealed. It will be brought out into the light. It's going to be a hard battle to get it brought out into the light, but yes, it's happening. Okay. Yeah, so you guys about the Pope opening the doors to exhume the body of Lucifer, who was not a human. Can we let that one go? If you're gonna believe in conspiracy, make it a little bit more credible. I'm just joking. Okay, Yogi Bear's getting wild and crazy. Yeah, all right, this is January 6th, Jack Smith's reveal is coming to light. It's been really, really hard to keep this it's been really hard for Jack Smith to keep this protected so that we do get to see it. We're not afraid of no ghosts here. We're not afraid of no 3 days of darkness. We get 3 days of darkness here all the time. Holiday dad joke. My biggest fear is being trapped in a small room with Santa. I have claustrophobia? Ba-dum-bum. So I want to ask you all something, because I found that I can't watch the news right now. And the reason that I can't watch the news is because, well, first of all, I'm being guided very strongly not to spend my precious life energy watching this insanity, you know, and this horribleness and this profanity and just like the most disgusting human beings I've ever borne witness to in my entire life that are threatening to be really in our government. And I just can't. I can't enter into any kind of conversation like that or watch any news like that. It's just that's not the world I want to live in. And earlier on Don Lemon's show, they were making a big deal about what's his name who murdered the United Healthcare. The guy, is it Luigi Mangione or something? Read Thomas's dad joke. Is that his name, Luigi? Is it Mangione? And you know, so I is going to be like a weirdo right now. This is what's wrong with America. This is how I feel. And I'm bringing it up because maybe you feel like this too. There are so many issues, and I put this in Don Lemon's chat earlier. I was only on it for like 5 minutes. There are so many important issues that America's facing right now. And what they were talking about on Don Lemon's show was what Luigi looked like coming out of court. Who freaking cares what he looks like? Who cares how his hair is? I mean, we gotta stop this crap. Why is there no water at the North Pole? No well. Thomas, you too much. You know what I'm saying? We have so many important things. Thank you, Jamie. An endless list of important, critical issues to be focused on in the United States of America, not the least of which is how to stop a violent fascist regime from coming to town. And why are we talking about, oh, Luigi, he's kind of hot. Damon's, you're just messing with me. Damon's like, he is hot though. There was a time, I know you're just joking. There was a time when we looked at the substance of what was going on and not just the surface, right? And that worries me. That worries me. It does. It concerns me greatly. Anyway. Let's pull some cards about Joe Biden. I just want you to know that I got this really strong hit over yesterday or the day before. That Joe Biden he's not going to really strong feeling. And it felt like it had to do with NATO. Joe Biden has done something that's really critically important to saving our world. And it was such a strong feeling, and I had such conviction about it. It's probably part of the reason that I'm not watching any news too, is like I need to stay with what I'm getting and not get distracted by the blah blah blah, because all that distraction, that's what it's designed for. And I think, and you might feel this way too, I think that my guides are telling me do not watch, and I'm talking about YouTube also. I used to watch Midas Touch all the time. I'm really being directed, do not take any of that in. And I feel like it's purposefully designed to brainwash us into just being distracted and to think things about like whether Luigi Mangione washed his hair. They're really just doing it to keep our minds away from what is really critically important. And what's really critically important are life and death issues, right? That's what really is important. We need to start a national conversation about, we have global climate change happening. There are people that don't even have homes this winter. A lot of people. So maybe we can start a movement where we actually get people to talk like mature human adults. Children should have more intelligent conversations. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to pull 3 cards about Joe Biden. And the other thing that I think is so important is that we all take responsibility for what happens in this country. I really do feel that strongly. That we all collectively get out of this consciousness that we're victims and we need somebody to come and save us. Because we're not little children. right? Right? Do you agree with me? I'm not lecturing. I'm wondering if you feel the same way. Our national security is highly, highly at risk. And thank you for letting me know you understand what I'm saying. You can't live on Mars? I know. Elon is crazy. So anyway, I feel like Joe Biden, there's not one tiny bit of not taking this seriously and not seeing this danger for what it is to human civilization. There's not one tiny bit of Joe Biden that goes, yeah, it's probably going to be okay. Not at all. Not in any way, manner, shape, or form. That's not how he rolls, for one thing. The weight of the world is literally on Joe Biden's shoulders right now. Right? So I'm going to pull 3 cards about that. Please hit the thumbs up while you're here. It only takes a half a second. Okay. 3 cards. What Joe Biden is doing matters a ton. I'm not saying that the other officials are... Yogi Bear, I'm not saying other officials aren't in control. I'm telling you that Joe Biden recognizes the position that he's in. You don't understand. If we have secret intelligence on Donald Trump and Elon, why can't they be arrested immediately? Well, let me tune into that. I really feel like, Damon, that it's so complex that it's kind of like... Did you ever play like Jenga or what was that? That game, not pick up sticks, but the other one, where if one thing moves, then the other things will move in a drastic way. Yeah, Biden has sacrificed a ton for us, and he's not going to let that be like all for naught. I feel like the way that things are going, like for instance, Elon has Starlink, you know, and you don't want to upset the apple cart unless you know that you can save all the apples. You know what I mean? Make sense? So this is about Joe Biden right now. Oh my gosh, it's all here. The Sword of Truth, the King of Cups, who knows everything that went on, and he's keeping it secret. This is a High Priestess. We're not going to know immediately. Then we're not going to know immediately, but within weeks. Within weeks. Are the astronauts still stranded? Are you talking about Starlink will help with that? I'm kind of confused. What do they sing at a snowman's birthday party? Freeze a jolly good fellow. Freeze a jolly... I can't believe I've never heard that one before. That's a good one. Freeze a jolly good fellow. Oh my goodness. The Christmas cheer is kicking in. Actually, it's just tea. Wassail tea. We had a great party the other night. The psychic party that we have once a month, we bumped it up to this past Saturday to align with the winter solstice. We had a great time. We were talking about wassail and doing mini readings and all kinds of stuff. I was reading stories, and while I'm thinking about it, last year, exactly to the day, last year, and I'll repost it again so you can watch it, I read the entirety of A Christmas Carol by Dickens back in my old office where I was last year at this time. And you have to check it out. I did it as a fundraiser, and you'll see it. I'll repost it if you want to listen to the story. I read the whole thing, costume changes and everything. So check that out. All right. And also, if you become a member, you'll be able to watch the video from the other night, from our psychic party. All right. Yes, thank you. Let's go back to the nefarious cards because there's so many Nefarians. We're going to call them Nefarians. Yeah, wasn't that a fun party? That was a great time. Okay. Let's take a look at what's going to happen to Elon. Kindly tap the like button, please, and thank you. What's going to happen with Elon? What's Elon's fate? I really like those cards about Joe Biden. They were very clear. Well, I'll tell you something. I've gotten this card for Trump. I've gotten this card for Putin. I'm asking what's going to happen to Elon. He's going to get roasted. The Five of Pentacles. He's going to start losing some of his money. I know it seems like, so what? Because he's got so much money. I'm seeing, it has the feel of a sanction. I'm seeing something that has the feel. I'm not saying that Elon can be sanctioned, because countries get sanctioned. I don't know. Well, it's probably indirectly. I feel like cutting off of resources for Elon. Like he loses a big chunk of something. Gosh, I wish I could get clearer about what that is. It feels connected to Starlink. His clearance is a react. Is that what I'm picking up on? There's more to it. That's the tip of the iceberg. Can he be sanctioned in court? I don't know. Am I picking up a court sanction? Yeah. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what that would mean. Is that connected to his loss is it connected to his loss of money? Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. People are sanctioned? Yeah, he's a druggie. I'm saying that because I've read about his using ketamine, which can be very, very abused. Yeah, this is Page of Cups. I feel like this is the head of NATO. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't look like that, but I feel like that this was representing the head of NATO. Yeah, Europe is taking this very seriously. Europe is taking this very seriously. And Elon's contracts with the United States government will be revoked and soon. I had read on that last week, and I read that it would be replaced with something else, and I feel like there's something out there ready to replace Starlink. And they could actually use, they could take Starlink away. I mean, for God's sake, the man could blow up, could contribute to the annihilation of the human race, right? You know? Not a pleasant thought. Can they take Starlink away? I get a yes on that. They can. All the world powers, they can make sure that he's shut down. Oh yeah. Ooh boy, strong. It'll be taken away. Will he be given the boot out of America? Let's ask that. I have a yes on that. Wow. They can nationalize it. He's a world security threat. Absolutely. There's something. Oh yeah, Europe is angry. I remember, and I've mentioned this before, when I went to Europe in my early 20s, I took a trip to Europe, and being a psychic, I was really struck by, at that young age, I was really struck by, wow, it feels heavy here, right? And what I was picking up on, I didn't really know that much then about world history and everything. I wasn't just really that, deeply aware of World War II and all that. But I remember when I first set foot in Europe, I'm trying to remember where we landed. It might have been in Brussels. And that feeling of like, whoa, it's really serious here in Europe. It felt very kind of just serious, somber. And I recognize that as the energy of World War II, especially. Plus, it's such an old part of the world. And what Europe has that America doesn't have is they know what it is. They know what, not like 1 or 2 generations ago went through it. Like it's a lot more real there. And Europe is not going to just let Elon run roughshod over the entirety of Europe, right? It's just not going to happen. So the way we're over here in America, like we're like little children. Elon, he is Tesla, Elon. Oh, let's get Christmas ornaments with Trump and Elon together. And here we are, like being really goofheads. Goofballs, right? And in Europe, they know what could happen way more than even after Pearl Harbor, it still was a faraway war. And I know that even my mom talks about being a little girl and having to, she grew up right down the street here, having to turn off all the lights at night during World War II because, to hide from the Japanese. It's like, but that's about, compared to what Europe went through, that's like kind of nothing by comparison. Yeah, it's really incredible. So let's pull a few cards about. Let's pull a few cards about how Christmas will be. I did catch that Cosmic Owl with our resident astrologer Kathy Beal and Louise and the other guy. I don't know why that guy's name always escapes me. Dan, maybe? They just posted, so check that out. Damon saying, when I lived in London, they have one time a day of remembrance, and all the UK stops for a minute to remember all those who died in war. Yes, even trading stops. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Exactly. It's much closer to home in Europe, and Putin is much closer to Europe. He's right there. So we might be messing around over here, and we have egg all over our collective face. We're looking ridiculous in America, and it's really hard. Let's just acknowledge together that it's really hard that the rest of the world is looking at America like, what a bunch of goofballs. And so, worrying about Luigi's hair, who cares? It's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing, isn't it? Andrew Brewer, thank you. Andrew, I don't know why I want to call him Dan. So Cosmic Owl. So it's Kathy Beal and Andrew and Louise. You can put Louise's last name up there too. Cosmic Owl. Good show. Great astrologers. And we'll be doing a show with Kathy Beal. I haven't asked her yet, but in the near future, probably before the new year. Holiday knock-knock joke. Knock-knock. Who's there? Honda. Honda who? Honda, first day of Christmas, my true love said to me. Oh my. I hope you guys are getting ready to have a nice, peaceful Christmas. I'll read a little bit more before we go, but I just want to remind you, I'm downstairs and my piano's right over there, and I just love my piano. We're going to have a Christmas Eve service tomorrow night. And I want you all to tune in, okay? 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I used to play midnight mass when I played for churches, but it's going to be 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It was always hard to stay up for that. All right? And on Christmas Day morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So definitely be there. Definitely, I do this every year. I've had Church of Spirituality here on my channel. And it's very, very special. So you want to capture the magic of the season. When billions of people are celebrating something around the world, And, you know, speaking of Europe, all those beautiful cathedrals in Europe have these beautiful celebrations, you know, not to mention the Vatican and all that. It's just incredible. So join us for that, because you get to really be in the peacefulness, and we pray, we do a little meditation. I play a lot of music on Christmas Eve, and so please join us for that. You got nothing to lose, right? It's not like you have to pay for it. I do take donations. Okay, bring your hippie friends. Yeah, for sure. For sure, bring your hippie friends. We love hippie friends. I said I was going to answer your questions, and then I kind of went off and just read on the Yahoo characters that we need to read on. But let's do 3 questions. Just throw a question up there, and then we'll wind down after that. Going once, going twice. But just reminding you, if I don't feel the vibe to answer the question, I have to decline. Bill Clinton was admitted to the hospital. He's in poor health. I don't think he's going to live a long, long life. Questions? While I'm waiting to see if you have any more questions, maybe I exhausted all the possible questions. I doubt it. If you remember, between now and the last day of the year, which is coming very soon, next week, I will be doing my predictions for 2025. What I did last year was I made it available to members only, and then halfway into the year I made it available to everybody. So if you're a member, you get a sneak preview of my predictions for the year. And then I do another video here that's just for everybody in addition to that. So those that are not members, I will be doing I'll be doing my predictions. Okay. I'm not seeing any questions. Will the gargoyle given for the Pateras in the White House? I believe so. It will contribute to yes. Will the ET tell us why they're here and that? We came from them. Not all. I mean, not that we came from a particular race of extraterrestrials. They seeded the planet. Talking like, you know, millions of years ago. Anybody else want to ask a question? And also, if you're a member and you're waiting for your daily affirmations, I do have administrative help coming. We have a lot of catch-up work to do. Look forward to my predictions. Good. Well, I'll make one of them public too. I'll make a video that's public too. But there'll be a special members only predictions. So, yes, the ETs, you were all part of that. And last year too, I don't see any other questions. So what am I eating for Christmas dinner? I'm not sure what I'm eating for Christmas dinner. I'm going to my niece's house. Usually I have manicotti. But she didn't tell me to make it, so probably won't. Or maybe I will. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll make manicotti. What do you think of that, Damon? My dad's in a nursing home. He's doing okay, as well as can be expected. Thank you for asking. Is our Pope going to step down in 2025? I'm not feeling compelled to read on that. Yeah, my niece that's another niece. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. The 2025 lunar calendars are available on my website. Please go to my website, book a session. PsychicAnnetteDion.com, especially going into the new year, right? What are they doing to do about the missing member of Congress? Well, I don't really feel like they're going to do anything about it. I did catch the headline. Can you tell me a little bit more? That's that has kind of abduction energy, that situation. I don't mean by aliens, but you never know. All right, let's pull 3 community cards about Christmas. Next week will be interesting. Right before the new year. She's not missing. It's Kay Granger. She's in a nursing home. I feel like maybe that's why I feel like she got abducted. I know my dad felt like he got abducted. It's okay. Last night I had a nightmare about a muffler. I woke up exhausted. So why were you asking me about that member of Congress? Like what was going to happen to her? Will the announcement come by January 6th? I don't feel compelled to answer that. Kay Granger has been in memory care for 6 months. So why were you asking me what was going to happen to her? Oh, will they replace her seat? Yes, I get that they will. Yeah. Yeah. Pamela, you're very, very late. That's okay. That's why we have replay. Yes, she'll be replaced. Yes, the answer is yes. 3 cards to guide us through the next couple of years. Maybe. Couple of days. I'm not coming on Christmas Day night. I am coming on Christmas morning for Church of Spirituality and Christmas Eve. I always speak in Eastern time so y'all don't get confused. Okay. 3 cards for the next couple of days. Get some rest, everybody. I mean, well, we enjoy having you in the lives. Pamela, it's 7 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Eastern. Do the best that you can over Christmas to rest. We're all exhausted. Remember Kamala being on the campaign trail and was just like, we're so exhausted. Take a reprise for a couple of days. Still work, do what you need to do to save democracy from fascism. And things will get better. There's a bright light at the end of the tunnel and it's not an oncoming train, I promise you. Promise you. Somebody needs prayers, it looks like. Do show up at church. We'll pray for people that need prayers. Yeah, it's gonna be challenging if you keep your head in the bad news. Do what I do. My guides keep telling me over and over again, focus on what you want to see happen. Keep raising your energy. Last night I posted on my community page, Sting did a concert about 8 years ago, and I did come across, it might have been, I don't remember exactly what year it was, but Sting did a concert in, might have been Durham Cathedral in England, of like the winter night, something called that, and it's just magical. Listen to etheric, high vibration music. Please. It makes a huge difference. Last dad joke of 2024. Police were called to a daycare yesterday where a 2-year-old was resisting arrest. Are you not going to be here, Thomas? I mean, because we'll have a couple more shows before 2025. Do your best to raise your vibration. I mean that. If you get nothing else from tonight, from my zany shows, I should say, take this away. Listen to sacred, beautiful music. There are some amazing, amazing choirs that sing, like huge choirs. Check it out. Raise the vibration. Hook up your big speakers. Raise the vibe, okay? And we'll see you tomorrow night for our service, our Christmas Eve service, and Christmas Day morning also. And otherwise, Thursday, I'll do a brief Grassroots of Democracy meeting live, and we'll be back on Friday. Merry, Merry Christmas. I love you all so much. It's been a joy. It's really been wonderful. Okay, namaste. Have a good night. Take good care.